right, Jacob, go for a drive. '19 Mercedes-AMG C43
Wagon, or estate, depending on what country you're from.
Just like universal healthcare, USA, you don't get this one.
Shout out Canada, world exclusive, sort of.
No,
North American exclusive.
I think UK gets it too.
Yeah, they do. Europe gets it, whatever.
Shout out UK fans. So I'm gonna punch it real quick and then horsepower and torque. What is it?
385 horsepower and 384 pound-feet of torque from a twin-turbo 3-liter V6, because this is not a real AMG.
So it doesn't have a hand-built AMG engine.
It does not.
So it has no signature. Do you not think it's a real AMG?
No.
I think it's a real AMG.
I think it's a great car, it's just not a real AMG.
I think a real AMG can be a non-hand-built, still great car.
Disagree.
So it needs to be hand-built for you.
Yes.
Okay, but is this car wicked?
Yes. If you're okay with not having a hand-built engine, this is an amazing car. And even if you're not okay, this is still an amazing car. Deal with it and just get this because it's amazing, and it's a wagon, and it's a C43.
And it sounds good.
It sounds all right.
I actually really like the sound of the 6-cylinder.
I don't.
It's more high-pitched, and like with the wagon, I feel like it's got more of an echo to it.
Pro tip, wagons are actually louder than sedans because it's all open in here.
Man, I love wagons.
Wagons are the best.
Do you think we need a C63 wagon?
Absolutely.
I think a C63 wagon would be cooler if it was a coupe, but like a hatchback coupe, like the Ferrari and the new Aston Martin.
That's a weird thing to do.
Yeah, but it would be sick.
It would be.
So if you're a Canadian, you might want to buy one of these. And if you're a Canadian from Ontario, you might need insurance, so we've got today's sponsor for you.
Mitchell & Whale Insurance Brokers. These guys have sponsored us, and we absolutely love them.
We've got our normal insurance through them, and they've given prices for us to drive this Mercedes.
So you're probably wondering how much it costs. It cost me $1,500 and Yuri $2,000 full coverage for 1 year.
And I'm in the city, that's why mine costs more, because everyone in the city gets in more accidents.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're in Ontario, go to mitchellwhale.com, give them a call, see if they can get you a cheaper price for your insurance.
By the way, they actually specialize in right-hand drive insurance, so give them a call if you need right-hand drive insurance.
Which makes them one of the cooler companies of all time.
Exactly.
Back to this car. I want to talk about the traction control.
Go for it.
So we've got 3 modes. We've got normal, sport traction, and then all of it off. I was driving it around in the snow we had all week from that polar vortex thing.
Yeah, shout out -30.
Celsius.
Yeah, obviously, we're in Canada.
But I found that if you didn't have it in traction all the way off, it would bog down almost all the time.
Oh, it fully bogs down. So we did a little test just to see what this would do with every single traction mode. With traction all the way off, the car did a full donut, felt very rear-wheel drive, very controllable.
That was the best mode.
Exactly. Then I did ESP Sport. That, not so good. I could still do it, but it wasn't as good as traction fully off, like not even close.
Yeah, when I was driving on normal roads, it just like let the thing not bog down right away.
So if you heard us complain in previous Mercedes videos about their traction control systems, here's why.
And then if you turn it all the way on, so full traction control,
I floored it and it just turned. It didn't drift, it didn't do anything, which is kind of what you want.
it's the don't crash mode.
Exactly.
And now here's a comparison of launching it with everything off in the snow and also launching it in slippery mode.
Yeah, so you can actually see which wheel is getting traction, which one isn't, where the car is sending power. This is a rear biased all-wheel drive system, so you can actually feel that when you drive, and it's nice to see it in slow-mo.
When you get everything right, it feels very good.
Which is traction off and Sport Plus.
In manual mode.
Exactly.
So let's talk about our modes real quick. We've got slippery, individual, comfort, sport, and sport plus. For the most part, I kept it in Sport Plus. This is one of those few cars that like, you know, you get into manual mode, everything's easy to control, and I like having full control of that.
I kept it in individual because I just wanted my suspension to be a little bit softer.
Yeah, you always do that.
Yeah, I like it.
Leave a comment below if you want softer suspension in your sportier cars, because I never do.
When it's a super sporty car, I'll leave it in sport mode just to like enjoy that. But in not quite as sporty cars, I enjoy comfort.
This is a very sporty car. You're thinking like exotic cars.
C63.
Dude, this is just about as sports car as the C63.
I wouldn't say that.
So when you're using the paddles, the cool thing is you've got a really nice head-up display to see your gears and your RPMs. You can make it wider, smaller, but it's really easy to read. The BMW we recently drove did not show your gear in the head-up display.
Yeah, this one's really nice.
It's so good, and I can make it nice and low, see everything, it doesn't get in the way, and it doesn't confuse my eyes, which a lot of head-up displays do.
I just like turning it off.
As for other shifting, we've got a regular analog tach and analog speedometer in the middle,
And you can actually option a full digital cluster for this car now.
but this one doesn't have it.
Correct.
Let's dig into all the look stuff.
Okay.
Wagon.
Love it.
How cool is that rear diffuser?
Super cool.
It looks so good, and we've got circle exhaust because this is not technically a real AMG as you would put it.
Exactly, with square tips. But I actually like the round tips better than the square tips. They look so aggressive.
Yeah.
And since this is a wagon, box test.
8, 9, 10.
Get your own box. Patreon.com/TheStraightPipes.
So if we move up from the bottom of the rear end, we've got this tiny little add-on spoiler on the already spoiler we have.
I didn't notice that until you pointed it out.
So subtle. I don't know if it's cool or not, but it looks very good from the back.
It's fine, I don't mind it.
We do have a lot of room back there because it is a wagon. I can fit my hockey bag, hockey sticks, everything I need. I went skiing with it. It's really great.
I can fit my dog back there. Rex test. Yes, good boy. Passes.
And it does have a kick to open trunk, which is very nice.
That is pretty nice to have. I did find it goes up a little bit slow though.
Don't complain about that, man. We get wagons.
Should be as fast as the car.
Be happy. Then we've got the cool old style Mercedes body line on the side of the car. The new Mercedes has a curved top and only a body line on the bottom. So I think this is like the sweet spot of the looks where everything looks super sharp and aggressive.
Yeah, this is definitely my favorite generation of the latest generations. I don't like the newer ones that much.
And it is a little dirty while filming, but we did wash it. Everything gets dirty in the winter here.
Yeah, I washed it before we started filming. Here's evidence of that. I even filmed the 360 camera in the car wash. Now you can yell at me for using the brushes. Oh, and make sure you follow us on Instagram, Yuri, TheStraightPipes, so you can yell at us further about the brush cleaning.
Okay, let's talk about the front end. We've got newer style, old style headlights.
Yeah, so they're full LED now and they look awesome.
Ah man, all that like extra headlight stuff inside looks so good.
It does, it looks really, really good.
Then we've got an AMG front end, but it's not like C63 AMG, it's slightly less aggressive, and we've got like just black panels behind stuff.
Yeah.
But I still think it looks really good. We don't have as much chrome lip at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. There's a little bit, and you can get the blackout package and black everything out.
It is like a subtle AMG.
Yeah, it is, but it's still, I think, an AMG, just not a real one.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah, exactly. It is completely fine. I'm just saying, it is not a real AMG, and that's fine.
What kind of AMG would this be?
An AMG Sport.
AMG Sport. Which, it would be a really good AMG Sport.
But honestly, I think the smartest thing Mercedes did was make the C43 into an AMG, because it was AMG Sport for a little while. It was a C400, C450, but they're gonna sell way more of these as C43s, as they already have.
I see so many C43s on the road, like mostly coupes though.
Exactly, and this is actually all-wheel drive, so you can't get the C63 in all-wheel drive. So I actually know a couple people that had to get the C43 because they needed all-wheel drive.
I actually have way more respect for C43s when I see them in the wild now.
Yeah, so do I. They're really, really fast.
Because you made me think they weren't as cool because they weren't real AMGs, but I really like them.
I didn't say they were bad. I'm just saying, not real AMGs.
Anything else with the looks?
It's a wagon.
Okay, yeah, we should mention that again. What's cool is there's no chrome around the edge, it's blacked out.
That's right, on the AMG.
And also the front grille, let's talk about that. So in a lot of other not real AMGs, they kind of have the pin grille.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they have like the Pan America grille or something. What's it called?
Pan Americana.
Pan American, okay, whatever.
I don't know.
Which I think is the coolest, but this doesn't have that.
No, it doesn't.
I don't get that.
Not a real AMG.
Yeah, but I expect the pins that are
Yeah,
not real
yeah, I
AMG.
think they changed that though.
But it looks cool.
It does.
I don't know, it just looks really cool. And the color blue is really nice too.
And the wheels look awesome.
Okay, the wheels, yes. I love these wheels more than I think I love any other AMG wheels.
I don't.
The monoblocks.
Yeah, the monoblocks that they just brought back.
Yeah,
Holy,
okay, never mind.
Mercedes just blew my mind at the auto show when I saw that.
And with all that excitement out of the way, I guess it's your turn to drive.
Oh, thank God.
So we can talk about the infotainment.
No. Launch control. Just kidding. There's actually no launch control. But it still launches really quickly.
You're telling me that doesn't sound good?
It sounds good. It just
Really
doesn't sound
good.
my favorite. It's not my favorite because it's not a V8. That's it.
Doesn't have to be your favorite, but it does sound really good.
It sounds all right.
It sounds, just say it sounds really good.
That sounds pretty good.
This guy.
So this will do 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.8 seconds, which is just slightly faster than the G70.
Really?
Yeah.
So this competes with the G70?
Well, not the wagon, but the regular C43 would.
I'd take this over G70.
100% I would too. You know what's so crazy? It feels so different This is so violent. The shifter's like crisp. The engine sounds great. It's just like another level on top of the G70.
Yeah, I feel like the G70 is like fast for a Genesis, but this is just like a little slower for an AMG.
But yeah, exactly. Like this is just fast.
Like, would you rather have a slightly slower Ferrari or like a slightly faster Acura?
Yeah, well.
Got a slightly slower Ferrari.
Exactly. And power delivery is basically instant. There's pretty much no turbo lag. The only time that I found that it's not that fast is on the highway.
But on the highway, we do have our adaptive lane keep cruise control stuff, which works fantastic.
Yeah, so they actually added automatic lane changes to this one, just like the A-Class, just like the S-Class.
It's so good in this.
It's amazing.
Probably my favorite. I gotta try Tesla, but from videos I've seen, I think this is just as good.
I think so too, yeah.
From videos I've seen.
Yeah.
The Engineering Explained video I watched.
But back to that G70 just for a quick second. This is just so fast compared to that. It might be the same speed, might be similar horsepower, but this feels faster. The sensation of speed is just way more in this. Now let's talk about this transmission. 9-speed, not a dual clutch, but it's still ridiculously quick. However, it's not as ridiculously quick as a C63, as a 63 series AMG. So I actually found myself bogging down because I'm not shifting fast enough. Even though this shifts very quickly, I just expect 63 levels of performance out of it.
I figured out why Jakub misses shifts in the C43 Wagon. You need to shift according to the shift lights in the head-up display, the yellow, white, and red ones. If you go by the tack in the head-up display or by the tack on the gauges, it bogs down before you hit red line.
Now let's talk about the suspension, and we're gonna do that while we're in Cliche Corner. So I'm gonna send it in here, and we're in Sport Plus, and this thing is so great in here. This car feels so light, which is weird to me because it's still a Mercedes. So like, I don't really associate lightness with Mercedes, but since it's a C-Class, it just feels really light on its feet. Like it's very tossable.
But it looks small.
It looks small-ish.
And it is nimble. Like, I really, really like this.
Yeah, it's very nimble. So you can toss it into corners. It's very rear-wheel drive biased, even though it's all-wheel drive. The suspension is fantastic. The steering is amazing. It's just a bit lighter than BMW, but it's exactly what I want out of a steering wheel and the steering feel.
And the paddles are great too.
So there are metal paddles, which I complained about on the G-Wagon having plastic paddles. We have got metal paddles on a 43 series. And let's talk about these modes. We have Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus for the suspension, and then we can customize all that stuff through our dynamic modes. And then the funniest thing that I found was hitting the exhaust button. We have Powerful and Balanced. I haven't seen Powerful in an AMG yet, or in any car actually.
I like those terms, they're fun.
It's really funny. I do really want to drive this car in the summer again because
on the track?
Yeah, exactly. Like feeling it around Cliche Corner is great, but in the summer this would be amazing. And if it was summer, we would be on Continental Extreme Contact DWS 06.
That's our Continental recommended tire for this vehicle.
Overall, love the way this thing performs.
Let's talk about the interior, and let's start with the infotainment.
Tell me about it, Yuri.
We get an upgrade. We don't get that crappy old phone number tablet, old style, like weird thing anymore.
This is a big upgrade.
Compared to the GLC 63 that we drove, this is next level.
And this is actually the optional one. You can get an even smaller one, which kind of takes this car even farther back again.
So this is pretty much the not newest Mercedes infotainment. There's the one with the trackpad touchscreen. This is not that.
Exactly.
But I think this is the better one that I like more. We don't have a digital display on the gauges, but you can make it a whole digital display with bevels that come through.
Yeah, that's the optional one.
Then we've got Apple CarPlay on here. We have Android Auto. The Apple CarPlay goes all the way across. It works great. We have rewinding satellite radio stations. We have Tune Mix. It works fantastic.
It's got a lot of features, but it's a little bit laggy transitioning between stuff.
Very true. Like going through my presets, I get confused.
Yeah, because remember, we're in the C-Class.
That shouldn't happen.
I know.
They can't downgrade your RAM.
That's what they did.
Like, come on, guys.
They did that.
We also have a track pace app built into this infotainment, which we did not on the GLC 63. You had to connect it through your phone.
Yeah, and I discovered my favorite feature in that, drift angle. It records your drift angle when you go drifting.
And you can connect it to your phone too, so all that stuff can go to your phone that's mounted to your windshield and through this. Make your own maps. Here's a map I made. Everything's great.
Super cool. And then we have the optional carbon fiber package. We do not have gloss black. Thank you. Worth every penny.
Yeah, carbon fiber looks really nice.
Awesome. And you know what else I noticed? Since this is not a real AMG, we don't get an IWC clock. We just get a budget clock.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed?
What's that?
We don't have cool lights in here.
Oh yeah, we don't.
We've got all the colors, but we don't have a fancy thing like this.
Yeah.
We do get the GLC 63S style lights.
Yeah, it's all right.
So now let's do the visor test.
Yes, we should.
3, 2, I don't have good faith, 1.
Yes!
Oh!
Oh, yes!
I actually had sun in my eye on the way here to film today, and I didn't test it out. I just like took it.
Oh, I'm so glad that passed.
Now let's test our medium cup of gas station coffee. Fits just great.
Yeah, I believe a small would fit too.
We also have the normal good Mercedes-Benz reverse 360 camera, which works fantastic.
I agree.
Not confusing at all. So now let's talk about the seats.
The seats are great.
We have heated seats, we don't have cooled seats, and we don't have massage seats.
And we don't have adjustable bolstering, which I just found out because I thought I did. We do have lumbar though, which is nice.
And the lumbar is 4-way adjustable. It's very nice. You can hit all the right spots.
Rear seat room is pretty good.
I fit perfectly fine in there.
I fit all right.
Tell them about that cool thing we found out when we folded down the seats.
Oh yeah, so the passenger seat actually moves itself forward so that the back seat can actually fold down. Oh, and then we also have peasant blockers back there. Amazing.
Baby shades.
I think...
If it was a real AMG, it would be peasant blocker.
You got me.
So that's pretty much everything for the non-US C43 AMG Wagon.
Except the price.
Hit me with it.
The price is actually amazing. It starts at $59,900. Obviously, we're not driving that one. This one is $76,380.
Canadian.
And I could not, for the life of me, spec out a cheaper one. I think I got it to about $70,000 for one that I would actually want to purchase. But they make you buy everything. It's like the packages are so well done that you just have to keep checking boxes.
But that's like a really good price for this.
It is, but if you can walk out the door with $59,900, oh my God, this is like the best car ever for that price.
But you can't because you're missing out on all the
I
crystals.
know,
Maybe
and that's the problem.
Maybe you're just a track guy.
Maybe, yeah.
But then track pace.
And then you don't have the driver's package, and then you don't have the exhaust.
By the way, Mercedes, I want you guys to give us a Mercedes with track pace, and we want to use that all day to see how much faster we get using track pace than we do not using track pace.
Yes, we do, Mercedes.
Yes, we do. But back to the price. That's wicked.
It is wicked.
Like, how much was the E63s Wagon? Like over 100 grand Canadian, 120 or something.
It was double the starting price of this one.
And this is very good considering.
I loved that E63s Wagon. I loved it.
And I love this C43 Wagon. I feel like it's the perfect middle ground of driving a car and not having to think you're going to go to jail every single day like the E63s Wagon.
As a responsible adult, this is a very good middle ground.
And that E63s Wagon didn't have the cruise control package. This does, and it makes life so much easier when you're not in the mood to speed through rush hour traffic.
That's true.
Because you can't.
This is the responsible choice.
Exactly.
But I still want that E63s Wagon so badly.
But like, consider the price of this to other stuff we reviewed.
The starting price of this was the loaded price of the Edge ST, basically.
I even compare this to a Macan or the GLC 63.
Yeah.
Like,
the GLC 63 was wild.
but this is just as good, I think.
It's really good.
You have the better infotainment, you have all the other stuff. It's still really fast.
It is.
It's got built-in track pace. Like if you want to get faster on a track, this has all the stuff. Like, I think this is another sweet spot in the Mercedes lineup.
It is definitely the sweet spot at this price. Shout out Mercedes Canada.
Canada.
Hopefully Americans will eventually get this.
Okay, and if you're an American and you want this, we've created a petition. Come sign it. I don't know if you're gonna buy one or not, but if enough people sign it, we'll send it to our rep. He'll send it to America, and you guys might get the wagon.
Maybe, probably not.
Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when our videos go live Tuesdays and Fridays at 8 a.m.
Check out patreon.com/TheStraightPipes for early access to videos and join our YouTube membership.
You can also get your name on a box, and we got Teespring shirts.
Yes, we do.
Crossover season is over!
So thankful for not crossovers.
Why would you get a crossover when you can get this?
Exactly.
And check out mitchellwhale.com for insurance prices if you're in Ontario.
Especially for right-hand drive cars.
I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going for a drive. This is a subscription break. Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe right now. Subscribe. We didn't do that.